All right, what's going on, everybody? Chris about here, Ballard Sports Media. Let me turn my camera on. Welcome, everyone, to a Michigan football live stream. Gonna do this new series called College Football Fans Perspective, where you get to come on my stream. I ask you questions about your team. If you want to be on a stream sometime, go ahead and email me, Ballard Sports. I put it in the chat, 19 at gmail.com. And happy to get you on sometime tonight. We got Michigan. The Wolverines, from the great state of Michigan. I would assume it's a great state. Never been there, but so. And the special guest tonight, you've probably seen him in the comments. He's come on StreamYard a couple times with me. The one and only, I would assume, Nate Kingston. Nate, you're on. How you doing tonight? You there?
Pretty
Nate,
good.
you're
How
on.
are you?
Doing well, man. Thanks for coming on the stream.
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. Yeah, I saw something prior to coming on here that I guess because I don't have the premium limit or the premium plan or whatever on here, you get so many minutes or hours or whatever, so much time a month on StreamYard. So I think hopefully it resets on the first of every month or so. But anyway, thanks for coming on here. And real quick, I know you've been on a stream of mine quite a few times, but just since you're a fan, talk about a little bit about yourself, how you became a Michigan fan. I guess basically you being a Michigan fan. Try to give an introduction if you can.
Yeah. When I grew up, as first off, I actually was a Husker fan, because I didn't know who Michigan was, and that I what and I what's it called? That my dad was born in Michigan or raised in Michigan. That the fight song "Health to the Victors" kind of caught me.
It was catchy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Amazing Blue and Ohio State rivalry and stuff. And that's probably about it. That's all I know about Michigan right now. But I know some things, but that's my introduction.
Yeah. So you look at Michigan last year. They went overall 9-3 in the regular season, and of course I'll get into this when I do a Michigan preview video for 2020 when I get around to it, like I've been doing all these other teams. But you look at their 3 losses at Wisconsin, at Penn State, and of course still Ohio State, and then they would make the Citrus Bowl. What was your overall opinion on Michigan last year from a team standpoint?
In my opinion, it's kind of a same year as every other year. It's like 9-4, 10-5, 9-5 every year. But I mean, at least we didn't get like 1 win and 11 losses. That's a good thing about it.
Right.
But overall, I thought it was a decent year. We had like a lot of freshmen coming in, and some seniors, and it was a pretty decent team overall.
Yeah, and you talk about players. Shea Patterson is now gone. I'm trying to think. I don't know if he got drafted or not. but he's no
He's
longer at Michigan. I think maybe he was a senior last year. Oh, he's with the Kansas City Chiefs, so he's pretty much a backup to Mahomes. But when you look at the quarterback situation, I'm looking at it right here. You got looks like three freshmen, a senior, a sophomore, and a junior as far as quarterbacks go. Who do you expect to start? Who do you want to start to fill the role of Shea Patterson being gone?
well, uh, a lot of people said this. Like Joe Milton is has a strong arm, and he has
That's what
a
I.
yeah, and um, although McCaffrey has the accuracy and the speed with the ball, but I just worried about his injury prone. That's my
You said
greatest fear for him.
who's injury prone?
McCaffrey, Dylan McCaffrey.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've heard a little bit about Joe Milton. You mentioned that it might be him, or I guess you said you probably would want him to start. I've heard a little bit about him. Is he a dual threat? Is he just one of those guys that stands there in the pocket? Like, what can he do?
I mean he's kind of a dual threat, but he's more like a pocket passer.
Right, but he can still make some run plays if you need him
Yeah,
to.
yeah. But we still have Macanero, whatever that is, from last year. He was out of Las Vegas, Nevada, freshman last year, and he did
This
all.
Reno, Nevada, Cade McNamara.
Yeah,
Is that how you
yep,
say it?
yeah. I don't
Yeah,
know. But I want him to play more, a little bit. Not well, play more time than last year. Like give him a chance and stuff, and uh, like Harbaugh needs to do better than the developing the players, but he needs to do better to develop the QBs too, not just the players, just
right.
all of them.
Yeah, and again, you people watching the stream, you can also ask questions about Michigan if you have anything you want me to ask Nate or whatever. But you look at the schedule for Michigan; they're supposed to open up with Washington, but a lot of people have doubts about the Pac-12. If they don't play Washington, who is in the Pac-12,
Yeah,
I'm hearing stuff that maybe they play a team like Alabama, or I'm hearing a lot of rumors about Alabama possibly playing TCU. I don't know who they're supposed to play, but if they can't play Washington this year for Michigan, um, I kind of want to see something where the season starts how it ended last year with Bama and Michigan. But who would you want them to play to open the season if they can't play Washington?
well, yeah. Like every time I told you about the gridiron matchup with between Michigan and Bama back in the day, like
Right.
so I want that to be like a medium rivalry between those teams. But I would really like to play with them again, like to get like revenge. But
Yeah. Try. Now, if it were in Ann Arbor, I'd give it to you because it is a pretty tough place up there, is it not?
yeah, if you go to the Ann Arbor, the big house, oh boy, it's big.
I was looking at it the other day, and I'm like, why is it called the Big House? And I was looking at stadium capacities. Dude, you guys fill up a lot of rows because I can look. Hold on.
Just go to the Google Maps and click on the twister, the whatever the rotation, um, and you can see
Capacity.
all. Yeah,
Uh,
it's
1,000 or 107,601. That's ridiculous. And even when you look at it, I could probably show it here. Um, Hold on, let me find one. But see if I can do screen share here. Can you see what's on my screen right now?
Right now it's just you.
Oh, I gotta click. Okay,
Yeah.
here, let me. You see?
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, look how
Oh,
many people that is, dude. I mean, you can't see all of it because I kind of zoomed in, so you get a better view of it.
yeah, actually.
But they can fill up a lot of rows. It looks
So try
like.
to go Google Maps.
Do what?
Try to go Google Maps and search up the big house or the Michigan Stadium.
All right, hold on. Let me go to.
And
Let me see.
search up Michigan Stadium, and then you click a bottom row square that you can.
Like get like a different view. It's like satellite view, right? And you can actually see what it looks
Yeah.
like. Hold on. Satellite view, and then let me get back to screen recording so maybe we can see this real quick. Share audio, I guess. Sure. Let me see. I'm watching the stream on my phone as well, just so I can make sure that's all good. Showing up right there. Jack Roth Stadium Club. What?
Oh, put the yellow person on in the bleachers or something,
Do
and it
what?
will show you how. Put the yellow person on the uh, somewhere in the stadium. The yellow person on the bottom, left or right.
Wait, left or right? Oh, that.
Yeah, you could. Yeah,
What is all those lines? What's that supposed to be?
that's where you could put them. And
Yeah.
you can put them there. You can look up to the.
Yeah. I wonder how big is the
Stadium.
campus? Did you say you went to Michigan? Or well, no, you're in the
Yeah,
same grade as me, right? Just about. I mean, I pretty much just graduated high school, so.
I Michigan Stadium once.
Yeah. How many Michigan games have you been to as a fan?
4 years.
4 years?
Yeah, but it's not season tickets because I live in Omaha. But
Right.
so it's like a gift tickets like for us.
Like
For me
family
and my
members
family,
giving to
but
you.
yeah. So all right, let's get back to the Michigan talk.
Yeah. Oh, my mom's texting me real quick.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. Who would you say outside of Ohio State? Obviously, I guess you could consider Michigan, Penn State a rivalry, probably in-state rivals with Michigan State, but outside of Ohio State, because obviously that's your main and big rival. Who's the biggest rivalry you have?
For outside,
Outside of Ohio State.
in Michigan State and Penn State, whatever, like outside of Big
Yeah, as
Ten or
far as
something.
as far as those go.
Oh, I mean, our biggest rival outside of the Big Ten is probably probably I wouldn't say a lot of people say Bama doesn't is not a rival, but I think it is. But um, I think. Notre Dame. Notre Dame Fighting Irish, and probably um, actually probably uh, uh, Notre Dame is probably the only outside rival, but um, hmm, I actually don't know besides Notre Dame. Are you
Do
still
what?
there?
Sorry about that. Again, my mom was texting me. So we were talking about rivals outside of Ohio State, and you said Notre Dame,
Yeah, because I know they're like independent right now, but I would
right?
move them to Big Ten realignment because
I would
they
made I would probably make them the ACC because I don't know if you knew this, but they're in the ACC in basketball. They're not
but
independent.
they're
I don't even know if there's independent in basketball, but they're in the ACC. I don't know why they're in the ACC in every other sport except football. It doesn't make sense, but
they're in they're in Big Ten hockey, ice hockey.
are they?
Yeah,
Man, Notre Dame, y'all are messed up. This is you got Big Ten in hockey, you got nothing in football. I would assume they're the SEC in baseball. What's next?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I would move them to the Big Ten because the geography wise, because so close to Indiana and um, Illinois and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, so uh, our other rivals probably in the Big Ten, if probably Nebraska, because our Nebraska fans kind of give a hard time about Harbaugh, like Ohio State does.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I was there. That I was at the game day, college game day when um, I saw a sign um said we don't care about Michigan or Harbaugh. Like Nebraska, how's that?
Nebraska's fans had those signs?
Yeah.
Wow. So, well, looking at
Oh,
the 2020, do what?
sorry. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry.
Okay. So you look at the 2020 schedule, and again, I'll do my own preview video and I'll do my own predictions, but I'm going to read off. Well, I guess I already did. Well, actually, no, I probably didn't, but I'm going to read off anyway what the schedule looks like. And I want to get your thoughts on what you think Michigan will do this year. So you open up the season September 5th at Washington. Then you
Mm-hmm.
play one, two, three, four straight home games. You got Ball State.
Yeah.
Don't even know who that is. You get Arkansas State. You get Wisconsin, Penn State. Then you go on the road at Michigan State, at Minnesota. Your homecoming game October 24th against Purdue. Then you get a bye week October 31st. A lot of people get a bye week on Halloween, except like Florida and Georgia. Then you come off the bye week, Maryland at Rutgers, home against Indiana, and at Ohio State. Looking at this schedule,
It's brutal.
what's a reasonable kind of record for Michigan in 2020?
Well, like I said in Mark Rogers TV, probably 11-2.
Counting a
Um,
bowl win or a
yeah,
loss?
or win or something. But
Okay.
if it's a loss, it's probably 10-3 again. Or if it wins, 11-2, which is not a bad season.
So you see them going basically 10-2 in a 12-game regular season, and those two losses would be to who?
Maybe probably Ohio State. Um,
Uh,
I think we got Minnesota, but uh, if we play Washington like in October or something, we probably gonna lose because it's at their home stadium. But
Right. Well, you get them on the road in week 1, so
Yeah.
it's not in
Well,
October.
I mean, I mean, if it's not a game or not, because the Pac-12 doesn't play till the late season.
Right.
So actually, if I would schedule if to replace Washington State, if they can't play or anything, I would replace them with like Bama or a top 25 team like Georgia.
Well, it would.
Um,
Here's the thing, Nate. It would have to be a team that plays a Pac-12 team week 1. That's obviously not in the Pac-12, and there's really not. I really don't think there's a whole lot of of teams like that. Um,
mm,
I mean, I'll have to double check for week 1, but you
well,
guys could do obviously Alabama. You
yeah,
got
that's a candidate. Um, North Dakota State is not that bad. North Dakota State's
I've heard they're decent. Yeah.
yeah, they're pretty good in the FCS, but I don't know against uh, NCAA. But although they beat Iowa in that one year at Iowa's home, remember that? Um, North Dakota State upset Iowa at their home field.
I did not. I
Iowa's
did not know that.
yeah,
Um,
they did.
that's
That's what
crazy.
that was with Carson Wentz and stuff back in
Yeah.
the day. So
Well, I'm hearing rumors that if the Pac-12 doesn't play, Bama pretty much gets TCU. Now I don't know what that is. I don't know why it has to be TCU. I don't want us to play TCU, but at this point, I think we're all just hoping for a season. We don't care who we play as long as we just get football at this point because this coronavirus thing is it's messing with us big time, man.
yeah, I mean SMU be a candidate for Michigan too. Watch it. We already played.
They're a decent team, yeah.
We already played them though at our
Right.
home field. Like it
Yeah.
was like blow. Um, but like last year they were pretty good, but I didn't see. Well, maybe um, Temple. Temple's not that bad, but they're
They're
decent.
not too
Like
bad.
no, they can give up a
I
fight,
don't
but
I don't
um,
believe any of this for a second. Okay, okay. I'm gonna read
was
these stats. I'm gonna read these stats. I looked up Michigan football national championships. I'm gonna read these off to you. And you cannot sit there and be a complete, as Uncle Lou would call it, a potato fan or anything. Okay, don't do this. Okay, but I looked up Michigan football national championships. Claimed national titles 11. Let's stop right there. I'll get back to that in a second. Unclaimed national titles 5. Conference titles 42 and division titles 1. Now, you look at the claimed national titles. I kid you not, I'm not making this up. 1901, 1902, 1903, 1904. Skip ahead, I guess, do the math, 14 years, 1918, then 1923, 1932, 1933, 1947, 1948, and back in 97. I could probably believe 97, but you mean to tell me in the early 1900s, Michigan won 01, 02, 03, and 04, 4 straight championships?
yeah,
There's are you
they did. They did. They
were
had
they
a
number
football
one or
team
number
who
two? I
won a
guess basically then.
So here's here's the story about me. No, not me. Michigan didn't. not demolish, but dominating the college football programs or whatever. They have 11 titles because of the early development in that years.
Yeah,
And
I'm sure they had
although
good
the series was
players.
from
Then
Notre
don't
Dame,
get me
they
wrong.
didn't
I'm not.
have yeah, and they had like a Gerald Ford on Michigan team, the former president. He was a lineman or linebacker.
Right.
And here's a plus part. He was born in Omaha, Nebraska.
What are the odds? Yeah, that's funny, man.
But it's reasonable because they had the football team before anyone. To be
Right.
honest.
Well,
So
here's the thing, because okay, I get if they want to claim that many, what it say, like 12 or 11. Bama claims 17, but I don't remember Alabama ever winning 500 in a row or anything like that. I mean,
yeah,
01, oh
too.
02, 03, 04. I don't remember Bama. The last time I remember them winning, first off, back-to-back titles was 11 and 12. I think maybe Bear Bryant won 2 in a row or whatever here or there, but
Yeah,
it's not like they won like the next 4 natties or whatever, like Michigan did, apparently.
that's my, uh, that's my confusion. If that doesn't make sense. Like Alabama doesn't really have 17, but they I don't
Right.
know that doesn't
I
make
don't
sense
get
though.
I don't really know the history behind the claim titles. As far by my count, we have 12 because I can count the 6 that Bear Bryant has.
Yeah,
Saban has 6 titles, but one is at LSU, so he has 5 at Alabama. Then there's one in the 92 season with Gene Stallings. So you take Bear Bryant 6. You got the 5 that Saban has plus the one in 92. That's 12 right there by my count. Outside of that, I
look,
don't know what else is truly
search
real.
up Ohio State's national championships.
I bet it doesn't even come close, does it?
Well, a lot of Buckeye fans say 11, but I don't think that's right.
Let's see. Claim national titles. They said 11? I mean, this says 8 right here. 1942, 1954,
Yeah,
1957, 1961, 1968, 1970, 2002, and 2014. Okay, I can answer for 02 and 14, maybe even 70 and 68, but prior to those, I mean, really, 8? I mean, I could probably count for half of those, if anything. Okay,
yeah.
maybe. And maybe they did win 8, maybe so, but at the same time, like,
They Buckeye fans, you're annoying. You don't have
speaking
11.
of Buckeyes, let's get a little bit back on track.
Yeah,
What now? Obviously, we know Jim Harbaugh was hired to beat Ohio State to at least
right.
compete, and there have been a couple close games in recent history, but the past couple years it's been like a blowout, like 50 something to 25 or whatever, 21 or something. What is it
Yeah.
going to take for Jim Harbaugh to finally do what he was hired to do? What will it take?
Well, what it would take? Would take a lot of uh, pride that he needs to hype them up, not just the defensive coordinator, just hype them up and tell them we are the team, and just
Right.
and he, they Harbaugh needs to like develop all the players, and he needs to develop like at Stanford did, or
Right.
did at Stanford.
Right. And
So
he's got great players. He recruits really well. And as we talked about, the Michigan Stadium's pretty huge. It's got a great capacity. I'm sure it's very loud there. I've never been to Michigan, period, but um, uh, I mean, it's a great environment. I mean, it's almost as if it's filled with Ohio State fans every time he plays Ohio State there. It's like all his fans just left. Like home field advantage does nothing for Michigan. What is going on with that? Do the fans even show up?
For Ohio State,
Do what?
I mean, at home, yeah, but
I'm talking
like a
about
lot of
Michigan fans.
Buckeyes.
I'm talking about Michigan fans. Are Michigan fans even showing up at the big house, as you guys call it? Like, you should have home field
Yeah,
advantage. At some point, you got to have home field advantage, and it's going to help you win, right?
yes, like that's what I think. That's what causing about the home games about versus Ohio State. They're not even selling out the seats. They're just giving up on them. They're
Yeah.
you
It's
have
like we're
price.
just going to hang here in the parking lot and tailgate. We won't go in. It's almost like that. I'm sure they
That's
tailgate.
stupid.
Do what?
It's just stupid. What that's just like what you said. Like the tailgating and whatever. It's fine to tailgate before the game, but you gotta support your team too.
Right. I agree with you. And
Just
listen,
do.
it's all right. Like, I get, maybe Ohio State fans have gotten into this rivalry. Like, oh, we've beaten you 8 or 7, 8 years now in a row, and we can go to your stadium, no problem. We'll still win. And maybe a bunch of Ohio State fans go to the big house, and even still, do not tell me more Ohio State fans are there than Michigan fans. Don't tell me that. But either way, I mean, home field advantage against Ohio State for you guys has not played well in your favor lately.
No, I mean it has to change sometime. Like, will Milton be the guy, or will uh, McCaffrey be the guy, or McInerney? Like, like for crying out loud! Come on, guys. We got.
What's been the
I,
what's been the
huh?
go ahead.
Oh, I'm done losing Ohio State. It's
Right.
annoying.
Right. Well, if it makes you feel better, and I've brought this up, Alabama has owned Tennessee for 13 years. You guys have only been losing for 8. So, I mean, at
Yeah.
least you're not Tennessee, but you guys are certainly heading in that direction. No
Well,
offense.
yeah, I know. It means I have I have a little respect to Ohio State. I mean, this is my little respect to Ohio State. As long as we're not playing them, I can root for them.
Right.
If we're playing them, if we're playing them, I'm not rooting for them at all.
Yeah, I'm not like that with Auburn. I don't care who Auburn's playing. I think they play like Alabama State last year or someone. I was pulling for a cupcake to beat them. I mean, but
What
I
they?
get it. Like there's always with the rivalry, as much as there is hate and grit and just there's also one of those what will we do without you? Like kind of
Yeah.
things where it's like we need you, we need this rivalry, so
Okay. So remember, I told you some Ohio State fans wants to dump the Michigan rivalry.
yeah, I remember you telling me that. Go into that a little bit more. I got to hear this.
So they want Penn State more than Michigan.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah.
I mean, those are two Big Ten rivalries that are really good, but you're are they trying to like move the games and stuff? Are they trying to cut
Yeah.
off the Michigan
They're
Ohio State rivalry altogether?
not
What's
the
going on?
program. Just the fans want the Penn State rivalry to be more intense than the game, which is not true.
Right.
Um, I mean, that kind of heartbreak me a little bit. Actually, a lot. Although I like rivalries, if we're losing, it doesn't matter. Well, it doesn't matter to me if we're losing, but it kind of if we don't play Ohio State, who we're gonna play against? Like
Right.
it's like a little friendship, a little hatred. Like if you don't like for example, let's say Bruce Buckeye versus Willie the Wolverine. Willie the Wolverine used to be mascot, but it's not anymore. And they said truce sign by Brutus, and then Brutus went to sign a rivalry extension to a Penn State mascot.
Right.
So what will Willie Wolverine do? He'll be really mad because he wants that
Yeah.
rivalry back. So that's my example for the stupid talk about that Penn State rivalry. Although I get why they hate Ohio State and Ohio State hates Penn State, but you can't just dump the game because you're
Right.
still losing Michigan and you are still winning the streak, but not the series.
Right.
But
Because, and again, you've mentioned quite a few times on here, they have a good 8-game win streak against you. Give them credit, but you guys own the series overall with them.
yeah, yeah. Although Ohio State on some live streams say we own Michigan, ha 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 ha. Oh, shut up.
You might own us in recent years, but Michigan owns and again, I've read it quite a few times with you on here, 58, 51, and 6. Now it is close, but you guys do have more wins overall.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Although we had the most wins in college football. Woohoo!
Yeah, that is true. Winningest football program.
Not right now though.
Yeah, not in the current,
No.
era or decade or anything. So,
Yeah.
let me
I
ask you
mean,
this.
yeah. Okay.
No, go ahead and say what you were going to say. I'll wait real quick.
Well, I don't know if I said this or not, but if Harbaugh gets fired, I can't remember, but who do you think is the right candidate for Michigan if they fire Harbaugh like in 2 years or something?
I was just gonna ask you who you would want to coach if Harbaugh left. I'm really not sure. They could bring up Urban Meyer back into college football if you want.
That's their suggestion, but
Hey, he's not that bad of a coach. Let's be real. He's not.
I
But
mean, he is a good coach overall.
right.
He could go to Michigan and play against his former assistant coach.
Oh, I'll tell you what, man. If Alabama's defense now listen, they were bad because they played a lot of freshmen last year, a lot of
Yeah,
inexperienced players. Dylan Moses, who will be a senior this year, really great linebacker. Didn't play at all last year. He got hurt due to injury. He was out for the season. So that all that kind of tied into how the defense was just bad last year. If Pete Golding, who's super young, he'll be in year 2 at Alabama as the defensive coordinator. If things don't work out this year, he's gone. So there will be a candidate if you want him.
no, nah, we don't want Don Brown either because he's just
Oh man,
not.
that would be bad, wouldn't it?
He can do good against good teams, but against great teams, he can't. Like Ohio State and Bama and stuff.
Right.
Like he needs to get out. like I'll give him one more year. If he beats Ohio State, like I can give him 2 more years. But
Right. You know what they're gonna say, right? Every team does this with the head coach if they
yeah,
break a big losing streak against a rival. Oh my gosh, we finally beat Ohio State. We have the best coach ever. They're just gonna say that about Harbaugh. We got the best coach ever.
well,
Yeah, well, he lost 8 of them with you guys, so
I wouldn't say that.
your fault.
I wouldn't say that, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I'll
you always want to say you have the best coach. You always want to have faith and belief in your coach, but at the same time, at some point, it just has to end, right? I mean, at
yeah,
some point, like if it were up to me, I'd give him this year. I mean, he probably would have already been gone, but if I had to give him this year, I say I don't care how close it is. If you don't beat him, you're out of here, pal. That's my opinion on Jim Harbaugh right now. If he doesn't beat him this year, he's out.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I'll give him 1 more year or 2 years or the like 2 more years. Um, if he beats Ohio State at the Horseshoe, will was a miracle by a field goal.
Right.
If it's
If he could
not,
at least keep it close this year, maybe.
yeah,
Just keep it close, dude, because they've
yeah,
beaten you.
all I want. That's all I want. A close game, a good game, and either we lose or win. I just want a close game, a great game. Although I don't like losing Ohio State, but I just want a close game, bro. Not a blowout, which is not fun to watch.
Right, because if I look back since they had this streak, you haven't beat them since 2011, right?
Yeah,
Um,
but
and the
16.
games that they beat you, um, I mean, it was close at first 26-21, 42-41, 42-28, 42 13, 30-27 in double overtime, 31-20, 62-39, 56-27. So, I mean, it looks like a couple have been pretty close games, but lately it's like every other year or so, it's just lopsided.
Yeah, like I'm gonna wear this for good luck, and week 14. Wear this for good luck.
Week 14, yeah.
Yeah, but I I still am a little pissed off.
Right.
But in my hopeful prediction, besides my realistic one, my hope is like 11-1 in the
Yeah.
season. Not
Yeah, because I think this. I think they should automatically, right? Now, let's say they have one of the worst years ever. Let's say at this point they're 0-11, and yet they go 1-11, and their only win is against Ohio State. Put them in the playoffs, I say, because they did it, man. And listen, if they go 11-1 and still lose, they're still losing to Ohio State. That's their only loss. I say. Now, if it's close, if it's a close loss, I say,
yeah,
you know, they at least beat every other team. They had a chance. They came pretty close. Put them in. I mean, listen, give them some credit. Give them something for at least keeping it a close game or beating them, no matter what the record is. Give them something.
yeah. Like I agree with you. If it's close the game and we lose by one, like 27-26,
Right.
just give them a chance. Just give them experience of the college football playoff, like
Right.
every other team wants. Um, but like remove Oklahoma because they're like choking.
Yeah, they can't get past the semis. What are they doing? Come
Like
close a couple times, but they can't.
put
Lincoln
put
Riley can't.
Clemson, but Ohio State against Bama or something. But
Right.
I would rather see. I know you like Bama in the playoff and stuff, but I would rather see different teams. Like
Like
uh,
teams that we haven't seen. Yeah, because I'm gonna be honest, it is kind of boring that it's always Clemson, Bama. As much as I am a Bama fan and I love seeing Bama get in there, I would love to see teams like Penn State, Michigan, maybe some teams like Texas, although they said they were back, they're not. But if they have a good year, it will be cool to see teams like that get in the playoffs a little more,
yeah,
right? Like,
like if UAB for a surprise, like if they go like
yeah,
for
maybe.
surprise, like they went to 11-3 last year. Actually,
Who did?
they won.
UAB?
Yeah,
3. What?
yeah, and they went to a New Year's Six bowl, I think, and although they lost, but hey, um, but actually, just I know uh Burnham fans want a national title because they don't have one.
Right.
But although I think Birmingham fans hate Bama because you know what Lou said like last year, like when he did predictions on the UAB, when he said he said UAB didn't play at 2014 or to 2017. You remember that? Due
UAB
to
didn't
issues.
play those years?
Yeah,
Are you
because they um didn't have a football program because they sucked, but
were they that what
because
were they on probation or something? What happened?
probably taking a break. I don't know. Like
Yeah.
they always went to like 5-11 or something. I don't know what that, but or 5-9. Um, but I I really want to give like you might be laughing at this first. Just give Akron a chance.
Yeah, man.
Just give Akron a chance. I don't care if they get a blow loss, but just give everyone a chance. Dang. Like, I, how many are there? 130 teams?
In the FBS, yeah, like 130 teams, I think. Yeah.
Create a 130 bracket. I love it. I can take
Yeah.
like 2 years.
Yeah,
But
man.
that'll be awesome. But it's probably gonna be like a little tricky for the conferences and stuff. But
Yeah, definitely. Are you for a playoff expansion, or are you one of those that don't care? Do you want to see like what do you want out of it?
well, I know some teams want an expansion, but Mark Rogers said that um, it won't make sense because all the conferences, uh, what's it called, all conferences like divisions, and like one team. I was trying to say to him that I like break up divisions like in 4 teams each division. If there's that many, but um, like say Mid East, the United States, like in Big Ten, like Michigan, Ohio State, Illinois, uh, Indiana, and stuff, and you got maybe Nebraska, uh, and Wisconsin, Minnesota, um, and
Right.
those three teams, and one of them, the Central Division, goes play against the Mid East Division champion, and the East Division or the whatever it is, East Division or the East Division plays the winner of that divisions
Right.
and play conference championship. That's my uh
So wait, hold
that's
on. Let me get this straight. You want them to get rid of the divisions, or you want
no,
them to
no
keep?
keep the division but break them up into like three or something.
Oh, oh, okay. So like split it up a little bit more, basically.
Yeah,
Okay.
like so like tournament wise, but um
Yeah.
yeah, I was trying to say that to Mark Rogers, but I didn't
Like
say
have
so.
like a divisional round before the conference round, basically.
Yeah, yeah,
Somewhat
but
something like that.
yeah. Uh, but I I I hope that will happen, but I don't think it will. But I want the expansion for playoff just go 8 like for now, and
Yeah.
if that doesn't work, 14 or 16. I'll probably just maybe 14 after that. But yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
was speaking with I did a stream like a month ago or so, maybe not that long, but I had a college football frenzy on. I'm sure you've seen him in the comments, but he said he wanted to just experiment with it. Like, let's just have it for 1 year just to see how it goes, like with the 18 playoff and then go from there, right? Because there's no shame in trying it, but
yeah.
you know, some people will be for it, some against it. I just want football and more football if that's possible. But at the
Or
same time, do what?
like you said, any sports that comes on TV or something, you're like, wait, we have sports now.
It's better than nothing. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, hockey. I have season tickets for Omaha hockey, um,
pretty cool.
and 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 they're probably gonna have people in the arena this year.
Yeah,
And plus, Omaha hockey is a Division 1 program. And do you know how many Michigan uh, won championships with that or in hockey?
I do not
You're probably
not believe you.
yeah.
Spill it.
32.
Wait, what? How many?
32. Look it
Don't
up.
believe you. Don't believe you. No, I don't buy it.
I,
No.
I'm I'm I I probably don't believe myself actually, but I'm just guessing what I saw on my phone, but I'm guessing what I saw, but and I'm not saying that for sure. But if you want to look it up, that's fine. But I, if you want to make sure if that's correct, but
Yeah.
if I'm wrong, fine. But although I respect talking with you, um, and try alert me when we go do this again, and we can plan it out.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here, and really do appreciate you coming on and giving us some insight on Michigan football, Jim Harbaugh, rivalries and stuff. And yeah, man, it was really great. Thanks for coming on, Nate.
You too.
All
Take
right,
care.
have a good one. Thanks. There you have it. Nate Kingston coming on here talking Michigan football, episode 1 of a new live series, College Football 2020 Fans Perspective, talking Michigan in this one. If you want to get on a stream sometime, you have to do one thing. Send me an email, ballardsports19@gmail.com. Let me know who you are, your team, and we can set up a day and a time to do a live stream like this. Do around an hour or so for a live stream and talk, here, talk Michigan football. We talk a little bit in depth about the team's history what you expect from the coach, from the team in 2020, definitely send me an email. I'm an Alabama fan, but I want to get someone. A Crimson Brave showed up tonight. Bama. Yeah, definitely would love to get a guy like him on to talk Alabama, try to get someone that's not me on, obviously. But anyway, shout out to Nate Kingston. Thank you so much for coming on tonight on the stream, man. I really appreciate you showing up in the comments and everything like that. So, anyway, but I think I'm going to go ahead and get off here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I did. Hey, do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button. Subscribe if you're new. Really would appreciate it. I do football, baseball, basketball. Not a whole lot of stuff to talk about at the moment. Baseball's supposed to get back June 1st here in a few days. I think maybe they pushed it a little bit. But once that gets back, I'll get back to making some baseball videos and stuff. Uh, so there's that. I'm still going to do college football preview videos during the summer as we look forward to September when the season kicks off. And trust me, it will. Okay. I mean, it doesn't make sense to postpone it. Things are getting better around the country. Things are opening up. We're slowly getting to talk about, um, just the thought of having a season, right, is just what we're talking about. So I just, hopefully we get one. And, I think we should, and I think we will. Even if it's in the spring, like they say, spring football. It'll be a little weird, but it's better than nothing. Nate, the Great, Don't Be Late, aka Nate Kingston, thank you so much for showing up. He makes videos. I don't know how often, but go check him out. I think he does like gaming videos and stuff. Thanks for the time. Yeah, thank you for coming on, Nate. Really do appreciate you showing up tonight. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get off here. Thanks so much for watching, tuning in tonight. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thanks again to Nate Kingston. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, Ballard Sports Media, checking out. Y'all have a good one. Roll Tide, roll. Have a good one.